Welcome back, friends. In this video, we want to talk about time-saving tools and tactics in the process of content creation. And I know everybody out there is struggling with time and time management and how to do things faster and better and so on. So it's good to have a few tactics in place that help you to produce faster and smarter. So let's jump in. So one of the biggest time-saving tools here in Davinci Resolve 20 is definitely the new tool to transcribe and get rid of your silences automatically. And therefore, you go onto your timeline and you right-click on it and you say AI tools, audio transcriptions, and then you say transcribe. I have used speaker detection on, and now it's going to analyze the clips. And now we can see we have an AI description of the timeline, and we can now basically work text-based. And this is so great because you can now see what you said and say, okay, I want to work here. And you can see the playhead down in the timeline is jumping to these words. And this is truly, truly amazing. And now when you want to get rid of the awkward silences and pauses, you can just mark it all and say Command A. And now you go on these right dots up here, and now you say remove silent portions. And now you can see it's all cut down into a way shorter version. The silences are gone, and you can still jump back and forth. But editing text-based is definitely one of the biggest time savers for me when I edit my YouTube videos, because I know what I said and I can jump to this part and I don't have to listen and watch everything myself. And this is really, truly one of the biggest time savers in Davinci Resolve 20 Studio. So if you haven't tried it out, it's really a must, especially if you have long interviews or long spoken videos. Here's another big time saver for me. That's the automatic audio adjustment in Davinci Resolve 20 Studio. And you know the problem, you may be outside, you're recording with different mics, or you have your studio set up and it all sounds different. And it can take so much time trying to level it and trying to make it sound the same way. But now they have this amazing tool and it's such a time saver. And this is how it works. So once you imported several clips, here I've spoken with a lavalier micro. So this is a different mic than here my studio setup. And of course, it's all sounds different. And what we want to do now is I want to analyze this clip. So we go in Fairlight, and now we click on it and we say right click and say AI tools, capture dialogue profile. And now it captures the profile of this audio track. And now I want to say AI tools. So I mark the other one as well, which is a different microphone. And now I say dialogue matcher, apply dialogue profile. And now it's trying to apply the same profile to the other clip. And this is truly amazing. So you have different microphones. You basically create a profile of that microphone. You say AI tools in the Fairlight tab and say dialogue matcher and capture dialogue profile. And afterwards, you apply the dialogue profile to the other audio clip. And this works the same way. You go right click on it, AI tools, and say dialogue matcher and say apply dialogue profile. And now it should sound the same way. And this is truly such a big time saver. And here's another big time saver that I use a lot when creating my YouTube videos. And that is to use a chatbot to create a description and keywords for your video that really help you to rank high in that niche and has lots of SEO words in it. And for that, I just open a ChatGPT window and say, write me a 200-word description for a YouTube video with lots of keywords and SEO to help me rank high in my niche. Topic: 5 time-saving tools for content creators. And now you already get a description with lots of keywords and stuff that is used. I mean, you can always, of course, change the prompt or change the wording to your liking, but this is really helpful, especially when you feed it all the information you already have about your video. Then the description is really on point, and I really love to just copy, and I have my keywords ready, and this really helps me in the process of getting my video finally uploaded and done. And if you found this video helpful, please leave me a like and consider subscribing. I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.